beautiful day, beautiful morning, evening, wherever you are, whenever you come to this reading. So, I decided to um, do a reading that is, we're not going to use tarot today because in my intro, I talk about being in a mentally and emotionally healthy space. Today, we're going to do a reading that doesn't use tarot, so I don't have to give my trigger warning because this is going to be all positivity. So I figured we'd just do the protection and then get right into the mindfulness and stuff like that. So I wanted to make a reading or a few readings available to people who are not in a mentally or emotionally healthy space to watch tarot. Okay, so this is all charity work, anyways, but this is still, yeah, to help anybody that wants a reading that is not feeling that well. Okay, all right, so we're just going to start with the protection part. Okay, so we invite our higher selves forward into our consciousness and awareness now. We manifest the Christ consciousness grids of the earth. We invite the Most High God by invoking and evoking, okay, into our life to anchor within our breath. And then also we ask that the Most High God return all evil and anything that would interrupt this reading or work against it in any type of way. Okay. Times 10, times infinity. We're calling upon the Most High God. Thank you. And the source, spiritual creator of all things. Okay. We're summoning the archangels. Thank you. The spirit guides and the guardian angels. And then we're using this tool Excalibur, the circle sword and blue flame, the will of God, along with the legions of Astraea and Michael into this reading and to every other. Okay. The sword of Moses and the sword of Solomon in the four directions to add, and the angels associated with to add the extra protection. The ancestors of myself and the collective, the Elohim, the deities of Lovecraftian lore, the Holy Grail Vortex, the Holy Spirit, crossed over loved ones with messages, Ascended Masters, Jesus Christ, the Saints, the Ophanim, the Galactic Federation of Light, the Watchers, the Elemental, the Fae, and the Spirit Realm, nature spirits including Gaia and Green Man, Alien, Alienel, and Alienatu, the extraterrestrial starseed families, the infinite safety and protection of the Creator, along with the promises for the chosen, Jehovah and Yahweh, the Jinn, Allah, Sakla, Theos, Shiva, Shakti, Lilitha, Light of God, Glory of God, the heavenly host armies, the Orishas, the Loas, Olodumare, and Bonquay. All right, some tongue twisters. I'm trying to get it like as fast as possible. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for being here with us. And anybody else that is of love and light that, maybe like has anything else to say. So, what we're going to start with today is I pulled this card called Mindfulness Everywhere. I know, it's hard to read backwards. So, I'm going to read to you this card because we're going to start talking about mindfulness. The key to making mindfulness a part of our everyday lives. Oh, and by the way, the sounds in the background that you're hearing, that is the YouTube channel called Healing Vibrations. Go ahead and go over there and subscribe to that channel. They have wonderful crystal, okay, so crystal sound bath with different singing bowls that are different chakras. So this one is to reset the vagus nerve, which it's a really important nerve, but if you don't know about it, it runs through your entire system. That's why it's so important. But yeah, so I want you to have that also calming energy, clear energy that's coming from that channel. Again, I use this channel in all of my readings because I really feel like they produce a very positive energy, off of the sounds. So, okay, so now we're going to go back to this. I just had to get that in there so that you guys know about that channel to go over there and like them because they are absolutely amazing. Okay, so the key to making mindfulness a part of our everyday lives is realizing that wherever we are has the potential to be a meditation space, a desk at work, a crowded bus, an airplane seat, or beneath a beautiful tree. Whether it's using the physical experience of traveling to help grow body awareness or the people around us as a cue to practice kindness, every situation and environment can be used in support of cultivating mindfulness in daily life. Try selecting a favorite try selecting a favorite card from this deck and see how you can practice this exercise in a range of different places and situations. So then the next card that I picked was where is my mind now? And this is real these are just really great cards. This is coming from the mindfulness card simple practices for everyday life deck. I'm not seeing who the author is of that. But you could type in mindfulness cards, simple practices for everyday life, and get this deck. I mean, truly, it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. Okay, so the distractions of modern life pull our attention in a dozen different directions. So becoming distracted and losing track of mindfulness is natural. If you find yourself overwhelmed by distractions, asking the question, where is my mind now? So basically by doing this, where is my mind now? You're refocusing, but you're also allowing yourself to readjust not only your vision, but like where you are vibrationally, okay? Mentally. Because again, the universe doesn't understand I want this, I don't want this. The universe only understands what the vibration of what we're thinking or basically what we're thinking and vibrating and putting out to the universe. That's how the universal law of attraction works. So that's why it's really important to clear up, to become mindful so that we can become aware of our thoughts and become aware of when we've drifted way far. Like sometimes daydreaming can get you to like a scary place where you're like envisioning stuff that will never happen. Okay, so that's why using like simple keys, like this is a key, where is my mind now? It's by asking that question, you're basically removing any distraction that is facing you. So this is brilliant. Where is my mind now? Can be a very effective way to bring yourself back into the present awareness. When you find yourself that you've drifted into something, another thought, you can go, where is my mind now? Okay, that's right. My mind is right here. And then you look at everything around you and you can use what's around you as a grounding tool to help ground your energy. So try repeating this phrase to yourself when you find your attention bouncing around, and over time, you will start to learn a great deal about where your mind tends to wander when left to its own devices. True that. Like, total truth right there. Okay, so then the next, so yeah, so when you find your mind wandering and just going off and into left field, and you're like, hey, wait, where is my mind now? Okay, it brings you back to the present moment of what you're actually doing and allows you to refocus. Okay, so it's brilliant. This next card says who knows. Okay, so as you deepen your mindfulness practice, the question of who and is what is that is aware of all of the experience. So you're asking yourself, who or what is aware of what I am seeing right now? You're basically asking yourself, who am I on a bigger scale? If we are aware of our thoughts, then we can actually be our thoughts. Okay, so if we are aware of our thoughts, then we can actually be our thoughts. Who knows? Spend five minutes sitting with the question and pay attention to what comes up in your mind. Yeah, so honestly, what this is asking me is like when you start to go, if you start to have dark thoughts, especially if it's anything, suicidal or anything that would be uh, the opposite of that, homicide, anything that would be of a destructive nature. Let's just say that, okay? Any harmful thoughts. You can say, okay, in your mind, now instead of like sometimes when dark thoughts when dark thoughts come in, we just try to reject it. It's like an automated response where we're just like, no, like we don't want that, right? Well, some people just allow it to happen and they do want that, but Other people, like when that starts to happen, they're like, okay, this is not what I want, and there's an awareness there. So when you're in a place where you're having a dark thought, when you ask yourself, okay, who is thinking this thought? When you ask yourself any type of question, you're going to get some type of answer back, whether it's muscle testing using a pendulum or just asking, like, who is actually thinking this thought. You may be led to a part of yourself that you're unaware of, and by bringing awareness and attention and love to that part of yourself, you can remove whatever negative thought is, especially if you find out that you're not even the one thinking these thoughts. I would like for people to be able to become mindful enough where we can observe that the thoughts are occurring, but not participate in the thought. Like, yeah, that okay, this thought is occurring, but I don't have to add my own personal energy onto it. I don't have to participate in that thought. I don't have to go any further with it. That makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna do some of the energy oracle cards. And this will just be a little bit about the energy that possibly I'm feeling future energy and I'm feeling present energy. So that's what this is going to be about. I don't feel like going into the past is going to help anything. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I got to do, past life regression, hypnosis. Just pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams are other lifetimes. Like when you go into that state of consciousness, you are going to the other lifetimes that you're living and you're having experiences there. And the reason that you're going there is because something in that lifetime is going on where it is happening in this lifetime when you're awake. So there is something on the ends of polarity that is attracting that experience. That is what people need to heal within themselves. What is the part of me that's attracting this? Or, and then going through, okay, what am I thinking? What am I thinking and believing about this situation? Man holding a heart. So this gives off real divine masculine energy to me. Okay, so we're activating divine masculine energy and divine feminine energy. So, yeah, so thinking about the love that comes from within, but also thinking about the love that comes from father, that comes from husband, that comes from that, really tapping into love. A lot of the times it can be difficult for us to just tap into love. I don't know why. I think it could be because we're trying to consciously with our conscious mind tap into something positive, but with our subconscious mind we've got these levels of programming that are basically the opposite of what our conscious mind is thinking. That's what we need to release. So I pray that yeah, somebody is sick, love sick. We ask that energy be cleared up. Door to value. The door to value, knowing your own worth. It's like really you have to go through feeling worthless to find out your true worth. So I am feeling a solar plexus issue right here. And I'm feeling also something going on in the crown chakra. I rebuke those energies in the name of Jesus. Okay. Fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. That's the throat chakra. So we call upon Archangel Gabriel to open our angelic pathways of communication. We ask that the throat chakra be illuminated so that we can easily speak our truth, so that we can hear our truth. So we've got the third eye chakra, the brow chakra, and we've got the throat chakra. Okay, the ears and nose and mouth, that's all connected to the throat chakra, and it's connected to the third eye. So it's like that in between space. You know what I'm saying? Um, so we ask that everything be cleared up that has to do with the throat chakra. I just heard a name, but we're not going to do names today. Okay. Deceit. Wow. I'm just trying to look at what she is holding in her hands, and I can, oh, it's money. It's coins. Oh, maybe this is a guy, actually. I'm not for sure. His outfit blends in with the background, so it's kind of hard to tell, to be honest. So you could be dealing with now the throat. Okay, so the throat chakra. Oh, so the throat chakra and deceit, that has to do with telling the truth, right? Okay, so this makes sense why they came out right next to each other. We ask that any deception be cleared up, whether it has to do with self or other people. And I think that's why Archangel Gabriel showed up right before this, so that any deceit, if there were to be any deceit, that it would be able to be cleared up, especially when it comes to us deceiving ourselves. Now I'm seeing a man holding a coin. So we've got a lot of masculine energy in this reading. And divine masculine energy is good. We're talking about finances and love. So I do feel like you have, and okay, to me personally, when I feel divine masculine energy, I feel grounding energy. I feel healing energy. I feel like supporting and hugging. I know that divine feminine's more of the nurturer, but there is like a strength to divine masculine and to divine masculine traits, okay? Um and love and money like are both gifts. The thinking woman. You know how men are attracted to women who are like really intelligent. I think that it has to do with a combination of being, because anybody could be a pretty face. Like there's lots of pretty faces out there. Let's just say there's so many beautiful people, okay? Anybody could be a pretty face, but somebody that has character, like that is truly valued. Somebody that has like a thinking woman, somebody that's brilliant, somebody that is funny. These are all things that make people extremely attractive. And so if somebody has, these other things, and it makes them more attractive, honestly, than the people who have a pretty face but they don't have any personality. They don't know who they are, stuff like that. So you could be the thinking woman, you could know a thinking woman, or that could be a divine feminine energy that you need to integrate right now. The thinking woman to me is like somebody who plans before they make plans. They're very methodical, very loving and nurturing, but very well thought out. Second chakra. Yeah, I can feel like my throat. Like, thank you, Archangel Gabriel, for clearing up this deceit. It could have been, well, I don't want to say that it could have been, but let's just say whatever this deception is, it's being removed out of the way. Now we've got the second chakra, which is the sacral chakra. It's like right here, kind of where your belly button is. This is Archangel Ariel, and the second chakra has to do with relationships. It specifically your relationship with God, but all relationships that you have in your life. Okay, so we're asking that chakra be healed, grounded, and reunited with the root chakra. Those three. Door to personal healing and happiness. This is beautiful. We're opening the door to personal healing and happiness. Absolutely. And honestly, I think that that door has to come from the sacral chakra, and I'll tell you why. The sacral chakra rules over your emotions, your duality, and your relationships. And so so you could be carrying a well, I just heard ancestral blockage. So it could be something that maybe the women on the side of your family, this is just an example, but the women on the side of your family, they get hurt by men. Let's just say that they get left by men or something. So there could be some type of blockage that needs to be resolved. By opening the door to personal healing and happiness, you're saying, I'm willing to let go of that which is no longer serving me. I'm willing to release that. And being really, it truly is like, okay, when any type of emotion comes up, having the awareness and the mindfulness to go, okay, one, is this emotion serving me? If you ask yourself, is it serving me to feel this way? And you get, no, it's not. And when you ask yourself and you get a sinking feeling or a pull downward, that's a no. If you get a rising feeling, that would be a yes. So when you ask yourself, okay, like, is it is it benefiting me to hold on to this thought, belief, or energy or emotion? No, it's not. Okay, then your mind can go, okay, great. That's something that I don't have to hold on to. Because again, until we become totally mindful, where we are like experiencing and observing things, but not creating beliefs and thoughts about the experience, until we can get to that mindful state, which is an ever ongoing process. We want to be able to still connect with ourselves. And I think that the sacral chakra is a really important chakra when it comes to even connecting with our own truth. That's why it's connected to the door to personal healing and happiness. Okay, so we release everything in the chakra system. We just ask that the Most High God healed our chakra and assist these angels in healing us today. Now we have a woman holding a heart. So this is divine feminine love. So we've got both divine masculine and divine feminine love out here. So that shows me that you do have both activated within you. Magician and the mirror. Now I feel like the magician and the mirror, like the mirror has to do with reflection. Reflection has to do with going within and looking at the self, okay? Part of mindfulness and part of becoming spiritually aware of yourself is literally using that ability to look in the mirror metaphorically, as in go within, like to look inwardly, okay, to find out what it is, because everything that's happening on the external world is happening on the internal world. And then when we can clear it within ourselves, it disappears on the outside of us. It literally does. This is the way that that you can learn to navigate your own life by asking yourself questions, being really in touch with that higher aspect of yourself, to where that there's no separation. That's it. That's innately what we want. Okay. The magician is being able to then transmute that energy of whatever it is that is being reflected. Especially if you go within, you find out that some of these energies, they don't belong to you. This is why you need to ask, like, you're having mental health struggles when you are in the middle of it. And I know it's so hard when you're in the middle of it. Like, it's just almost damn near impossible when you're in the middle of it. But if you can try, okay, when you're in the middle of it, to ask yourself, are these thoughts my thoughts? Who is this? You know what I mean? This card, who is this? Who is thinking these thoughts? Like, hello, can you bring me to the individual that's the owner of these thoughts? Like, and can I question that person? That's where you want to be. Like, okay, so when you start to question whose thoughts are these, like, whose energy is this? And when you find out that it's not your own energy, then you can go, okay, I'll let go of it. I don't need to hold on to it. Or it can return itself back, to its natural state of nothingness. the yin and yang. This is all about having that balance. And honestly, if this sounds cliche, but like God is saying that if you are struggling with yin yang energy, having that balance of divine feminine, divine masculine, just in total oneness, if you're having a hard time, clean your home. Like, make sure that your house is clean and that you declutter stuff. This is literally what I'm saying. The moment that you clean things up, you start to clean those spaces within yourself. So you can, and again, when you clean things up internally, it helps you to be able to have time and a space to clean up the things on the external world that you see. Okay, somebody that I'm hearing that this is so funny, that somebody is like a humanitarian, like at heart they love nature. So if you're somebody that loves nature, you should go out into nature. A really easy way to connect with the yin yang energy, to get that balance and to connect with divine feminine, divine masculine, is actually going into nature. Going into meditation truly is what I would say, but going into nature and then doing a meditation, that would be a really good thing. Okay, so I feel like we got some good energy with the energy oracle here. Again, I want you to remember the door to your value. Like know that there's no amount of money that will ever equal to what how valuable you are. I can't even say it. Like, money just can't even be, because it's of this physical world and you are not of this physical world. You're just having a physical experience right now, but it still doesn't mean that you're not of the higher realms. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so now we're gonna do some spirit junkie cards. I love this deck. I just I become better friends with it every time I use it. So I really like it. So what God is saying is that even in the moments where you feel like you're it's like the straw that broke the camel's back, whatever. Even the moments where you feel like things are too much, they're not. God wants you to know that things wouldn't come to you. This is part of being mindful. Things wouldn't come to you, like, especially when it's something for you to work on and fix. Especially when it's like being brought up in your dream state. This is stuff that's going on in the dream state. Then you're waking up in your waking life and you're having things to go through. God's bringing you these things not to punish you, not to make your life hard, but just so that you learn the lesson and then move forward, that you are stronger than anything that's in this physical world. You are not of this physical world. Okay, even though you're here having an experience living in an avatar, just think of that movie Avatar, how they're like transferring their consciousness to the avatar beings. This is kind of like that. Know that there's a part of you that is still with God, and you can connect with that part by going within. A lot of creating mental health for yourself is going to be about unconditional love, unconditional care, unconditional kindness, like being grateful for things. I it's, again, it sounds like it's cliche, but honestly, when you struggle with mental health, and I can say this because this is what I have done. I've had to learn how to cut when I find out that somebody is affecting my mental health, like, boom, they're gone. I cut that shit. Like, I'm like, no. When I find out that anything is affecting my mental health, I change that by cutting that person off. If it's a you, but I mean, in the past for me, it's been like a witch, but like whatever, or a neighbor that is a witch, or whatever, like situation, or a friend that's a witch. coworker that's some, it's always like somebody that's abusing their spiritual gifts. And so anyways, but for somebody else, for you, you could very well, like, you know, I do know that witchcraft causes mental health disorders. I can clearly state that because through my own experience, I know that. And then through, if you ask any, like, people go to witchcraft practitioners specifically to get people sick with shit, like specifically with diseases and stuff like that. So knowing, this is again, knowing that whatever has caused whatever symptom you're having, know that right now, even if it seems like it's too much, that God's giving you the grace in this moment, in this reading, to just let go of it. Okay? Because you didn't deserve it. Again, a lot of the mental health stuff that gets passed down genetically, it's like literally it's literally like you being punished for the sins of your father and mother and grandmother, and so etc etc, how far back it goes. And again, a lot of us don't even know if in our lineages if there was witchcraft done, or if other things like humans mating with Nephilim, or other stuff. Let's just say other stuff. We don't know what was done in the past in our lineage until we do know. So again, be very kind to yourself, because this is not your fault. Okay, don't let anybody tell you that what any type of PTSD, that's not something that's caused from the self. Okay, that's something that's caused from other things. Okay, so don't let anybody try to. And I know that parents a lot of times they do that to their children. This is your fault. Da, 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 da. Okay, whatever your mama said to you, whatever your daddy said to you, drop it. It's not your fault. You were never responsible for the way that your parents felt. And a lot of the times, if you are struggling with mental health, most likely one of your parents, brothers, sisters, cousins, somebody else in your lineage also is struggling with it. And the thing is like, if you grow up living life and you don't know, this is like why mindfulness is the biggest deal. You don't know that why your mother snaps at you and is this certain way, as because she has a mental health things. Like literally, that's why it's like when it comes to this subject, so much can be hidden from everybody's eyes, because unless you have somebody that can really look at the situation, like from a third party perspective, to give you that little bit of insight, then if you don't know that you have a problem that needs to be addressed, that could be helped, you know what I'm saying, like, then you can't really do anything about it. That's why mental health awareness is the biggest deal. And so that's why I'm saying, if you ever struggle with any type of self-harming thought, okay, release that. That is not your thought. That's why asking, okay, taking a step back and going, who is actually thinking this thought? Like, who is actually thinking this thought? Who is, because when these spells, and I do call them suicide spells because that's what I've experienced, is people doing suicide spells on me. Okay, when the thought is pushed into your mind, it's not you should unalive yourself, it's I should unalive myself. That's the way that it comes through. Okay, and it comes through in a feeling, because it's actually more by vibration, because somebody has gone into the spirit realm or into the ethers and tried to, put fire shots in the ethers, because they're a coward. And honestly, let me just tell you this: if you are struggling with this type of situation, the reason these people are doing this is because they've done every other thing to take you out, every other thing. Then they're resorting to trying to get you to take yourself out. Okay, because again, they can't do anything in your reality. You are the one that's responsible for your own reality, and you are the one that's creating everything. They can, if they can get you to, like, literally do that to yourself, then that's the only way that they can have any power. Okay, because they can't get you to just like do that. You know, you know what I'm saying? If they can try to get you to use your own power against yourself, that's what I'm trying to say. And that would be like doing something to self-harm. Okay, so forgive yourself. If you ever have self-harm, forgive yourself, because that wasn't you, that was something demonic. It was something not of love and light. It was something not good. It could have been attached to your lineage. It could have been something that got triggered in this life. Whatever it is, when you can become mindful of that type of thought and ask yourself, who is actually thinking this thought, you're going to be able to take a step back from that and detach from it, and then it won't affect you. So owning my power, again, don't let anybody try to trick you out of your spot or try to use your power against you. Okay, you're the ones that are chosen. Okay, so owning my power inspires others to do the same, and I am not afraid to. I am not afraid to shine. Owning my power inspires others to do the same. I am not afraid to shine. Amen. Yes, be your beautiful, loving self. Be your wonderful self. It's safe to ask for help. People want to support me. It's always safe to ask for help, you guys. If you are struggling with any type of thought, please contact please contact a friend. Please just reach out. Know that you're not alone. Other people are struggling like this, and it may even benefit you to join a support group, to link up with other people that are going through this, so that if you need somebody to talk to, you're not just left there with your own thoughts. Okay, that's why the suicide hotline is a great tool for people. It's a great tool, because when you're in that space where you're about to make the worst decision for your, not only your physical self but your soul as well, you make the worst decision for yourself. When I come across people that have died via suicide, I am always dragging them. I have to pull them out of their own self-imposed hell that they've self-imposed on themselves. Like, I have to, like, literally grab their soul and rip it out of what they've been creating, because they put themselves in a place that's like worse than hell, and it's worse than limbo. It's just that type of action and energy. We have to just forgive that. Okay, any bit of our ancestors, any part of anybody that ever had anything in our bloodlines, we just unconditionally forgive ourselves. We unconditionally love ourselves, and we know that it's safe to ask for help, and that people do love you. People do love you, even though if you think that everybody hates you, there are people that do love you, that you don't even know that love you. Okay, that you haven't even given the opportunity to love you yet. So yes, it's always safe to, this is upside down. It's always safe to ask for help. Okay, I trust that my intuition is always leading me in the right direction. I trust that my intuition is always leading me in the right direction. Amen. Amen to that. Okay, always listen to your intuition. Listen to what God is telling you. My genuine desire to serve clears the path for me to step into my purpose. Honestly, this is such a wise card. This is a beautiful and wise card right here. A lot of the times when we're stuck in like a doldrums, just depressed kind of mood, I've found that when we start to either give gratitude or start to help another person, it completely pulls us out of whatever our own personal sorrows are. So, my genuine desire to serve clears the path for me to step into my purpose. Yes. Wow, I am willing to see my sameness with others. This opens my awareness to oneness. Beautiful. That's exactly what we want. That is exactly what we want. Oneness. For us to be able to connect with every other person in oneness. I am willing to see my sameness with others. This opens my awareness to oneness. I see grace and possibility in all of life's challenges. I see grace and possibility in all of life's challenges. I love that. I love that, because that's an optimistic attitude. Know that you are going to have challenges in life, but if you can see grace and possibility, if you can see the growth that you're about to have by going through the experience, then it doesn't make it a challenge. It makes it something that was actually just beneficial for you, even if it was difficult or if you thought it was difficult. God's not going to give you anything that you can't do. Let's just say that. Okay? Spirit's not going to bring anybody into your life that you cannot make peace with. Because, again, I am willing to see the sameness, my sameness with others. Like that's allowing yourself to open up to oneness. I am ready to go big, rise up, and step into my power. Yes, it is your time to shine. I am ready to go big. I am ready to go big, rise up, and step into my power. Okay. I seek out happy people who inspire me to be great. Again, if you have a family member that brings you down and you are going through mental health, stay away from them. If you have it, as much as you can, okay? Like just distance yourself. You have to kind of isolate yourself to the extent of finding out where these triggers are coming from, who these triggers are coming from, what relationship you need to heal, what, because all of mental health is to me that I can feel, besides being this genetic horrible curse or whatever it is literally the dark night of the soul. That's kind of what it feels like, where you're questioning yourself and you're just in a dark night of the soul, in a dark passing. But let me just tell you this, that if you are around depressing people and you surround yourself with depressing content all the time, you're going to end up being depressed. That's just the law of attraction. Where your attention flow goes, energy flows. Okay, so seek out happy people who inspire you to be the best version of yourself. If you have that friend that inspires you just to drink all the time and that gossips a lot, okay, that's not somebody that's inspiring you to be the best version of yourself. That's somebody that's inspiring you to be like them. Again, creating a relationship with the Most High God will give you the grace to heal your mind from whatever it's been through. Okay. Instead of taking on the fear of others, I reflect love. I love this, is beautiful. Instead of taking on the fear of others, I reflect love. That's making a conscious choice. Know that every time that you think a thought, that's a conscious free will choice that you have to choose a thought that is going to make you feel good. I celebrate my progress, awareness, not perfection is the goal. Yeah, again, remembering that we are human, like that we're having it, well, we're maybe not human. We are more God than we're human, but we are having a human experience, having a human body, okay? So I celebrate my progress, awareness, not and not perfection is the goal. Not honestly, some of the best art is art that's not perfectly like, math, alchemy, whatever is it called. What is that called? I honestly don't know what it would be called, where you use proportion, yeah, proportions maybe, and math, like to make art. Okay, so anyways, where some of the best things come through imperfection. Let's just say that. When I move my body, I feel empowered, cleansed, and strong. Remember, like honestly, one thing that I do is I'll just do jumping jacks, like to get my lymphatics moving. And you don't have to do a whole lot of jumping jacks, but literally, if you feel like you're kind of weighed down or you got a headache, you feel like maybe you're detoxing, do a few jumping jacks. That's an exercise that will get all of the lymphatics in your system moving, and gravity will take that energy and drain it out. Okay, move your body, dance is such another powerful tool that we have as humans to create with. Just think about the legend of Shiva, how Shiva is, why Shiva's dancing is because Shiva's wife um unalived herself by going into the fire, because it's a long story. But So Shiva is so distraught in that moment that he starts doing a dance, and this dance that he's doing is going to end the universe. And so we don't want Shiva to finish the dance, because he's like, oh, okay, like you took away my love, now it's on. So, anyways, Shiva is a god of destruction, but I love Shiva anyways. My kindness is a gift I bestow upon the world. You are a gift. You are a gift. My kindness is a gift that I bestow to the world. Literally, my kindness is a gift that I bestow upon the world. Think of yourself that way. Think of yourself as a gift. You are a gift. Truly, truly, you are a gift. We're going to do angel numbers. Okay, now we're going to do heal yourself deck and then angel numbers. Couple from this, since we're talking about healing. Everything has, there's actually a section of the brain, I forget what it's called, but everybody has the ability to heal themselves, like naturally, energetically. And when I started doing Reiki is a type of energy healing. That's when that part of my brain became activated. Okay, so what could help you to heal yourself? Love. Oh my goodness. This could be love as in self love. It could also be love as in romantic love. Pay attention to signs. Be aware. Pay attention to signs. Okay, know that when you see like a spirit animal, like let's say that you are driving by and an owl flies in front of you. You need to, like, as soon as you're stopped, stop your vehicle. When you're done driving, go in and search what are the animal totem traits of an owl. Then read through what's there and see, what comes up for you that vibrates. Because paying attention to the signs is going to be very important. If I were to see an owl, I would definitely feel like Athena was sending me a message to pay attention, because owls have really big eyes and they can see in the dark, but they can't see that good in the daytime. They're more, yeah, like the whole thing, like night owl. Okay, so pay attention to the signs if you were to have anything that is weird, okay? Or if you have a dream and anything's weird in that dream, go into the dreamdictionary.com and search what that specific thing is so that you can get an answer back. And I tell you this because if you can resolve what comes up in the dream state before you're awake, then whatever that issue is, you won't have to live out in the waking life. And so that's why keeping a dream journal, writing your dreams down, and if you don't remember your dreams that well, having the intention of doing a dream journal is going to help you to start tap into your dream state, and become a lucid dreamer where you can remember what you dream about. But what I'm saying is that you write down what your dream is, and then if it's like a tragic dream, like let's say you have a dream and somebody you love dies in a car accident. Okay, so when you're writing in your dream journal, you write down the dream as it was, but then you create an ending to it that gives you a happily ever after. What that does in your mind, it allows the subconscious part that's doing the lucid dreaming to actually connect with the other part of your mind, that's the conscious part living in this conscious reality. Okay, so it gives ability to connect those two and then to resolve an issue, which then you get to move on from that, and whatever that obstacle that was that came up, you know you don't have to go through again. When animals present themselves to us, or watching nature, like the way that birds fly, like I interpret everything I see spiritually, I interpret, okay, and in my own kind of way. And so you want to be able to build up a lingo with yourself of, okay, when I see a dove, this is the type of thing that it could be talking about for me. When I see a dove, I think of the Holy Spirit. I think of pure love. I think of Aphrodite as well. That's her bird, or her animal. When I see a hawk, I think of Apollo, because Apollo, his favorite animal is the hawk. When I see an eagle, I think of Zeus. but I also think of like the higher self. So again, when you take whatever comes up intuitively for you when you see this in nature, and know that that's going to be the most accurate thing, and then search up to find more, especially if you see something you're like, what was that, like I don't even know, search it. Okay. Discover your life's purpose. Discover your life's purpose. This is a call to do that. Temptation. Temptation is now what I'm hearing is, okay, let's just, I don't want to label anything for sure, but all I can do is tell you what God is saying. Temptation for this subject has to do with us engaging in thoughts, actions, or behaviors that do not do anything positive for the state of our mind, for our mental health, for how we're perceiving things. Okay. So temptation to me would be like um binge watching TV movies, or doing, it's like stuff that is a strain on your mind. um that would be kind of, or drinking drugs, alcohol, that could be another type of temptation. Okay. That again, these things are not good for the body, they're therefore ergo they're not good for the mind either. That makes sense. So being able to say no to the temptations that bring down your mental health, and being able to become aware and mindful of what those things are. If it is social media, again, I'm not trying to label anything, I'm just trying to give you examples, but God did say social media is one thing that is not helpful. Like for most people it's not helpful, and I don't know if I had God doesn't like the AI stuff. Like God doesn't like the misuse of AI. Let's just say that. And AI is being misused. But again, AI is just another creation to God. Take off your masks. Take off your masks. So if you're masking something, if you're covering something up with alcohol, with drugs, with sex, with shopping, with um, gossiping, whatever this activity is that you could be doing, could be taking, like popping pills, whatever it is, take off your mask, because something is being masked, right? That keeps leading you to temptation. I could see that. So take off your mask. Allow yourself to actually heal. Okay? And if you're wearing a mask, then you're not being truthful to yourself. You're not being honest and open with yourself about who you are and what you want. And when you are, yeah, family and tribe. So again, um, like I was feeling, this could be something that's going on through via bloodline, family, or tribe. We ask that the Most High God bless all family and tribe and bloodlines that come across this reading. We ask that the Most High God give help guide everyone to their divine life purpose, to help guide them away from self-sabotage. See how she's standing there with the Grim Reapers? Because that's what self-sabotage is. Phoenix rising. We ask that the Most High God and all the spirit realm help us turn into the phoenix so that we can transmutate this energy. Have faith. Have faith that, and know that through, like the phoenix, to me this talks about a rebirth. Okay, rebirth is like all of the past, everything's wiped clean, you get a brand new fresh start, right? So have faith. You need to have faith in yourself that you are going to be able to pick up from the piece that you are going to be able to do this. Becoming mindful and becoming self-aware and spiritually aware, you can do this. Okay, you can do this. It's just going to take a little bit of work. But knowing that when you come to this rebirth, Phoenix rising stage, don't allow anybody to dim your shine. Okay, and don't bend to the will of other people. You are the only one that's going to know what's best for you. I can't tell you. Nobody but the Most High God can tell you what's best for you. And so definitely go within and ask, but have faith. This doesn't mean to have faith in a religion or whatever, unless that's your thing, then you could have faith in that. But have faith in yourself, that you are going to be, there is no Salvation Army coming for you, that you are going to save yourself. There is an angelic army coming, okay? But the whole point is that you have the ability to save yourself through the next thought that you choose to think, right? Beauty. You are beautiful on the inside and out. I've really felt that. You are just a beautiful person. Don't think that people don't love you, because you are a beautiful person. And be very patient with yourself. Sometimes some wounds take a long time to repair. Like, to just bounce back. We want to be able to bounce back, but in reality, when you go through something that is difficult, be patient with yourself. Give yourself that grace, okay? Alchemy, because it's alchemizing the situation. When it comes to mental health, alchemizing the situation. With my mental health, with yours, I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity that the Most High God desires. Amen. So, yeah, alchemy is needed. Transmuting this energy that could be from family and tribe. Part of this mental health crisis could be that we are forced, because we're not allowed, when people don't allow other people to be themselves, then they have to start wearing masks, okay? Unless they're like just a stone cold narcissist, then they're just wearing a mask and they know that they're a narcissist. But that's not what I'm picking up here. I'm picking up on a mask that's created because somebody could have abused you at a young age or done something horrid to you. So you had to put on this mask to other people to try to cover up that that trauma, that hurt. And God's saying to take off the mask and do alchemy to go through us. God's going to help you go through a state of rebirth. You just got to be patient. You got to be patient. Yes, you have to be patient. That's so funny. Letting go. Oh my gosh, this picture looks like my friend that passed away. Wow, that's wild. Letting go. That's so wild. Like, literally, my friend passed away, and this card is saying letting go. Like, to me, this is totally tripping me out right now, because this really looks like her. Oh, God bless her soul, and God bless her soul, whatever she is. Yes, and the death in the background, the Grim Reaper in the background. See that back there? It looks like Nyarlathotep right there in the background. Anyways, letting go, knowing when to walk away, knowing when to let go. Okay. Wild, remaining your wild self. Like, there may be a part of you that you feel is wild, but let me tell you, when you bring illumination to everything, everything turns into light, any type of darkness. And then you find out that the darkness is there to just enhance the beauty of the light. And so then it's not so much of a problem, right? And wow, I think we're going to end on this card. Maybe one more. Healing. Healing from that pain, from that trauma, from the triggers. When you can heal from the triggers, then when somebody tries to trigger you, healing sadness. Again, don't feel ashamed if you have anything going on mentally. Don't feel ashamed of that. Shame and sadness, those and regret, these are all emotions that are worthless. The only reason they should exist is to put you to be the opposite polarity of what you actually are, okay? So again, we're releasing all of the sadness and everything that has to do with this, that has to do with with healing. Wow, sexuality, embracing your sexuality, knowing that, I know that there's always been some type of link. They try to link mental health with sexuality, but no. This is more of you accepting your own self. sexually rather than other people accepting you. That makes sense. Okay. We're going to do some angel number cards and then we're going to clear this reading out. So, how angel numbers work. Okay. We ask that all of this be cleared up with the Most High God, and everybody that has been affected mentally, we ask that they, with the Most High God's loving grace, whatever karma that needs to be cleared, that be cleared and removed so that healing can take place and for humanity to get better. All right, so the way the angel numbers work is that when you see the angel number, however it shows up to you in your reality, be aware of what you're thinking and what you're doing, because that's going to give you information, little clues to how to apply the angel number to your life. Okay, it'll give you the answer to like stuff that you're asking. Okay. Yeah. God loves you so much. Don't throw your life away. Even though if it feels really, really hard, don't throw your life away. Remember to ask yourself, who is the person, who is the one thinking these thoughts? Who is the one having these feelings? Okay, if any other name comes up and it's not you yourself, then then you say, I rebuke that person, that energy, that cord, that whatever. In the name of the Most High God, I return it back, and I don't accept that. 1616, readjustments. Overcoming obstacles, soulmates, romance, affection, support, and comfort. Your level of self-control is sufficient to make things right. On the horizon is the possibility of beginning a new romantic or platonic friendship, as well as a chance to begin life anew with a person from one's past. Everything will fall into pieces. That could be somebody that I just heard, the one that got away. So it could be reuniting with that energy. I don't really believe in the one that got away type thing. I don't have nobody that got away. That's so horrible to say that. No, none of them got away. I'm just kidding. No, they definitely got away, like they left or whatever. We're told to leave, etc. But having that feeling of like, oh, that one that slipped through me fingers. That's so scary. That's like a creepy thought. Why would you want to own somebody like that? Anyways, whatever. But yeah, I was feeling the energy of like, oh man, that one relationship that I felt like I messed up. Know that if a spot's meant for you, that you'll get that spot. Anything else, if that spot gets filled with somebody else, that was never your spot to begin with. This is why people really need to understand that. Like, if you're not chosen for something, you're chosen for something else. And so that's why figuring out what your divine life purpose is, it's going to give you the strength to be able to continually succeed. Why people age and they lose their minds and stuff is they stop at some point, they stop caring about themselves, they stop communicating with God, they stop interacting like with the universe in a way that benefits them in a give and take relationship, benevolently. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good luck. Excuse me. Confirmation. Spirit guides, progress, justice, structure, systems, and process, conditioning, and rules. You are on the right track. Someone from the other side has your back and encourages you to try your best. You will succeed. Observe your surroundings and communicate clearly. Be sure that everything will fall into place. 1, 2, 3, 4 is all about taking steps. That's going in the right direction. Okay. Then we have 7777, perseverance, change of perspective, reflection, inner strength, wisdom, enlightenment. There is a need for a change of perspective on whatever has taken over you now, especially with your mental health. Need of a change of perspective, and then asking yourself, who is the one watching this? Who is the one speaking this? Who is the one singing this? Who is the one dancing this? Who is the one doing this? Who am I? Really delving into that I am of yourself, okay? All right, there's a need for a change of perspective. That's point blank period. When you see this 7777, whatever you're thinking about then, change their perspective on that, okay? So, you'll know once you reach for the wisdom within, and then you'll know just what the right next step is what that card says. 0303, taking chances, success, knowledge, friendship, impatience, freedom, and optimism. When chances present themselves, seize them and do something out of the ordinary. Whether in your professional or personal life, you will find success by welcoming creative impulses and having faith in your own abilities. Trust in chance and take risks on opportunities that could change your life for the better. I haven't pulled that card before, or that number. 3333, social skills, hope, optimism, liberation, success, prosperity, excitement, and Enthusiasm. The problems that you have today will eventually disappear. Honestly, don't focus on the problems that you're having, and they will disappear. Your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life since your luck may be about to change. It is time to put to use your captivating energy and inspirational personality. Don't let your ego get the best of you. 8888. Yes, I haven't pulled this one ever. Personal power, material and spiritual abundance, wealth, resources, force, balance, confidence, material gain, and epic romance. All that is good and pleasant in your life will multiply. Angels are sending you this number to reassure you of the prosperity and well-being ahead. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. Yeah, use it for the greater good. Okay, so we're going to go over what these angel numbers were really quick. 1616 was about readjustments. 1234 was about taking steps and having good luck, because you're going in the right order of things, right? To ascend. 777 is about perseverance. Perseverance is about continuing on. It's about not giving up. It's about like standing, like spitting in the face of adversity and saying, suck shit. Adversity, take that, pow, 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 whatever the adversity is in your mind, right? So it's basically saying, I am going to continue forward no matter what anybody else says. 0303 is about taking chances. Take that chance on yourself. Trust me, you'll find out that you're worth it. 3333 is about social skills. And 8888 is about personal power. Taking your power back from whatever conditions you've been telling yourself that you have. Never agree and say, oh, my disease, my this. Never associate yourself with the ownership of something that you don't want. Let's just say that, okay? All right. Thank you guys for being here. I hope that this helped you guys. If you are feeling any type of suicidal thoughts, I want you to definitely follow up with a professional, whether that is your counselor. Make an appointment with your counselor as soon as possible. Remember, ask yourself who is having these thoughts. Do a meditation, go for a walk, call a friend, call the suicide hotline. Do everything that you can do, okay? Because you are worth it and you are loved. And contact the Most High God. Say, God, why am I having these thoughts? And you'll be freed of them, okay? All right. God bless you guys. Thank you for being here. Please like the video and share it if you feel like it would resonate with anybody else. Definitely subscribe to the channel. We're working on getting this channel unshadow banned and stuff like that. So thank you guys for being here. God bless you. If you do want to tip or donate to the channel, it is so appreciated. Everything that's tipped and donated goes back into having more resources so that I can just stay here and do this charity work and be here for you guys. Okay. So God bless you. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. And know that everybody else is waking up to that oneness. And we all do love each other. Okay. All right. Go do something happy. All right. God bless you guys. Thank you for being here. All right. I love you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Air hugs. Until then. Okay. Be safe and be happy. Live in joy. Remember that you're loved. All right.